I think
Djokovic 24.
Djokovic, yeah. We say me a federal man.
Yeah, federal express.
A man for the records, no set records, no you know, but I think that there's absolutely no doubt about his tennis prowess and what since our CSL or tennis, what he's managed to achieve for himself. It's such a wonderful, you know, feat. What choky. So we share bedroom baby na Wimbledon wafadia his own. He's the one responsible for which Roger and to me winning some Wimbledon Grand Slams. But I said, I think that for me, I am really, really proud of him. If you look at where he's come from and what he has achieved, so far he's acquitted himself extremely, extremely well. Abaywane de say Prince Mayanka say, I mean 19 otumi to aba ntini ho ofe. At age 19 otumi to aba. I mean, I'm wondering why Prince keeps on going. But he started this young at 19. He has age on his side. Hopefully, injuries will not come his way, her way, and all that. Then she'll be able to give us a very good tennis. When we say Emano, we haven't had somebody dominated for a very long time. Like the way you had somebody like Steffi Graf do it for that long.
Obviously, we had a dominant name when it comes to men's tennis. We have Serena Williams. Over a couple of, in fact, 4 years, she's been off. So we had a lot of number ones when it comes to
exactly. That's the point I'm making. I mean, and for me, hopefully this young lady say Osaka by near field say obetumi aye Jumano. Unfortunately, went to me and hold her own all this long. They have been in and out, you know, of in terms of women tennis, but hopefully this young lady should be able to take the scarf by the neck and then try and then do something very good for herself. So basically, I mean, I was excited at this one, and I'm happy for Djokovic, even though I'm a Federer fan.
Senator Asman.
You made us it. Prof, no why me who power. Make sure happy to you now. No why me who power. Ma example of a dominant woman in tennis. Unka wow kromuni. Unko kambroni. Uye bibini. Uye bibini. Unya bia a dominating field that unim discrimination at war.
Yeah.
Especially in the US. Yeah. Okay. Around the world, but especially in the US.
I get what
in spite of discrimination in what dominating as they say in terms of women in tennis, she's noted as the best, the greatest of all time. Now you body and what man born you be anything. Just say every who no. And now, you are the first day of the regular week, you come woman and achieving our also the professor. And yes, how you student. I am who class 1 point. Talk
about this.
Now we do a hotel.
Talk about discrimination, and it's so crucial, especially for Coco Golf in this era.
Yes.
Throughout this tournament, sometimes she had to even literally fight umpires. She literally had to fight.
So let me tell you. Now me can't wait because media for now. Maybe number one, maybe a Pan-Africanist.
Okay.
Even before I went to the States, because of Kwame Nkrumah. Okay. And we call US discrimination. Make whom feel bad
into eyes.
And yes,
you've experienced it. You've lived it.
I lived in the ghetto and I worked with white people. So I've experienced it front and center. Me back Ghana cry. That's see whilst unim latest one cry a Trump time ye jina ne konsu kunu unim in for instance Cleveland, Ohio ye jina a police me regional a bonnet so almost friend hood eshutu omo obema ne oba ye ko omo ko wedding no in broad daylight omo jano omo remove from desk duties or call leave so no but they are dead gone. The discrimination you do, baby, and I tell me tackle and also want to tackle. Who you have Serena? Uncle Steffi Graf. Coco Golf, no, ni hero, partner, any Serena. And Rakana Mahoney in the pictures are Tamusa, wherever said 13 or General Stadium or the same stadium where. Baby, I bought US Open, none in the just Serena when or Sasa. No, she was just a kid.
Okay, interesting.
And you know, please, I hope that your media for now you will note that you preserve for too much. And the prof now will be out or bear me out or something to be punching now or go teaching the students in a moment. Yes, I do. And to me, that I mean, to say which me are attaining now. Also, there were a number of factors out to me winning. Only opponents have Lincoln. Yeah. The cells no so heavy say usually won't win and now Gia or the other side I want to win call the greatest asset Coco and in the speed
powerful
and once or you to be returning now first was something to me now over time it was eating into Sabalenka's head because I did me serving am did me serving am did girl you so we are no returning but the two us are no akwaje. That's why she lost. So she did a lot of work. Now, in any case, or changing the coaching staff and jail.
It was improvement.
The best is
but it was improvement about.
Coaching.
Improvement about.
We are BIA coaching.
The backhand return, for instance, perfect. This
BIA coaching. Oma munim ade your pa baby. BIA coach. I coach you. Into no, the Yamias say in your piano. Wow, when you Coco Golf, wow, when and now, or share the family, no, the support system near the beautiful. And she Djokovic so there maybe supporting Papa because there were attempts to demonize him during that period. They are also on way so that's what I say. Even in Canada, government create serious penalties to Omwa as a result of the vaccine. All kinds of complications. You know. Djokovic very, very well deserved.
Quick one. Hans Flick has been sacked from the...
Deservedly. I check around. I'm not check too much. Germany for no. Before...
Since 1926, almost like a coach.
He's the
first to be fired. Since 1926.
Low. Or Chesa, no, nyade. Oh, I need to know.
It's in time I saw no.
They people say wrong.
I
wrong.
I don't know who's behind that, but they don't usually fire the head coaches.
Then you put in your cry.
12 wins out of 25. The last 5 games, we win only 1. We lose 4. And at Tuaso, with Vola and a better charge a Tuesday against France, China.
But you see, I think
that time I swab so cry.
Japan for one.
And South Korea share almost last World Cup. And I was on Pamelo. So I'm keeping.
I believe say. I say Germans for no so say an era has come to an end. I mean, one say from the time almost development towards football, attitude towards football, their culture, you know, basically they didn't. It was all about Germans and Kwame between a boy and national team. No, they had to change that thinking to allow for other, you know. Migrants to be part of their team. Kedira, Ozil, and all those things. Basically, they had to change that orientation. They've done that. They've managed to grow a lot of players through the ranks. Omedidi sa policy Mijidi say maybe for them to set up and then look at the policy again, redirect the whole thing and see how I beat me. Because look, share players are one more bar through the academies. Any players are they were able to assemble. And you say, I mean, the share players like Cruz, you know, Kadira, you know, all these, especially for me, I think Omadiani came to an end in 2014. The Pompon Sopa winning the 2014 World Cup, and there was a need to really re-strategize. Since then, I haven't seen major talents come through. So what do you almost compare, for example, English national team, and then if you look at the talents that have come through till this time, it's for me. I think that the Germans have got to really look at a few things, not only the coach, but to look at the talents that are coming through now through their various clubs. You say clubs again. There were certain clubs that were very responsible for growing talents, and then eventually almost grow talents now. Either Bayern Munich and I say Dortmund, maybe fat no more developing it further. Then it benefits the national team. But I think for me, this is what they've really got to look at, the talents that are coming through. Otherwise, sacking. Hansi Flick. Well, I don't know whether it solves the problem or it doesn't. But for me, let's watch it and see.
What's the number? Okay, so to Ado, Eka Wasem.
Yeah.
Eka Wasem say almost system, almost a son, because Omar realizes say and wow. So they are learning from Africans. Future gata near Dinia. They are looking for ways to.
They've really got to
amend the almost system. And it was very instructive when I heard Otuado say it like that, because it had already the process had already started. And so it would take time to catch up.
That
is why Mejidi said they were not in a hurry to sack the manager, because they had realized the problem.
Yes, and they are working on it.
Just that it is about the national psyche going to Euro 2024.
Yeah,
because you can't continue to lose and go into
losing mentality.
Yeah. So they need the confidence of the whole public to back the team.
Yeah.
And the results never na enkoye. But see if I become a member film.
Yeah, and to that time also. And also will set an example for the modern emerging football societies, because in the past, I was raised on formal football. So let me check. Football
back to football in Germany.
Yeah. No one and then dominated your screens for a long while. And the evidence was there. They were winning and winning and winning. I want semi-final, baby. I win it, baby. I lose the final, baby. The semi-final World Cup, and I said,
that's right.
I'm 2002,
I'm call the final. 2006, I'm the semi-final. 2010, semi-final. 2014, they eventually won it. 2014.
So I almost feel semi-final there.
1994 now, let's confirm my dear.
I want to semi-final. How I know so the one of my community no more samba. No more better now. And but don't hear no since then. No, I'm winning like you said 2014. I'm winning. 2014 crown. So you knew any effort.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm cutting now. I'm set a village. Brazil. Oh, they were locked in because that time so someone when it's out window now and only so they had to go. And like we said the other time, usually continents are on tangent or usually South America. The European country behind it, they had to go and break it. And it took a lot of effort to do that. I don't mind the decline started in the previous World Cup, and then they trained me.
No. And come
low time.
It took Tony Cruz free kick to get them cross.
Low time now.
In a group stage.
South Korea show them, and the man now on the show we are not some permanent. But senior was saying, "Oh, did you almost so?" We mean you Kumasi, you know, in Crown of Bokrum say, "Yana Nabiania Bobrina, Yajine, so by your bonia Yanka, and you be no more, almost free, one of Mubon Chrono." So, I'm for a country I had superpower for so long, now I'm continue to maintain low standard in holding the coaching to accountability now. A poor example to the world. Such change where my other societies are imagining say this is not a good practice. You player crown one performer with the national chain. Now coaching
for a long time, what they've done is to target players to make the players scapegoats.
And I'm say wrong
system. Their failures.
Yes.
Ozil, Asofobi.
Yes.
Asofobi. They will target players and make them say, and leave the managers now in charge of those poor results.
A very bad example. And I hope someone better, because we share other societies. And I make earlier, no. Maybe a US and a semi, because almost standards and it's so high. Say if you are not performing,
you are out of the
position.
Out of the door.
I would say the cost is bigger than you. The cost is bigger than you. Whatever Yes, you're free and until you are Kumasi. That's the cost. Obia wa penese and until you are Kumasi. No, be bigger than the cost. Anybody Obama cost and a big critique problem, you're gone. I mean, can I say Obama time? Now there was a secretary, in charge of veteran affairs, veteran soldiers. I'm call war near the other. Issues being almost big came say, and one I say, can say okay for resignation, bro, because and you won't in a party the February. No. So cost no as to say to won't in as a Democrats no party the February. You be sacrificed for the party. Okay. And the cost is always bigger. And before say German psyche, almost the sound almost say the cost of German football climbing back to the apex. I know you're bigger than any manager. Because now I need some more entertaining coaches better now. More drop in the eyes in FIFA rank is more drop in the eyes of the world. I'm looking up to you. So now man for who lose esteem. This is me. Before match in the crown, before some match, now Mr. Baby San no be can German. I'm too German. It's your money dom. I am pastor. So that Germany, the first bar and conform say I come Germany, Echo Bobo. No, you can. All my examples. I want to semi-final. On my check, I hope say Nipa Obabano, man, very short leash, 3-year contract. No man, certain targets. When bye bye. Next. Yeah. Okay.
Femesa, baby come na yem rafi ni many film come on those part.
Ansana member Minchia or Minchia seniors. Any producer. Michobia. Yeah, just to answer my main point, just young him say in football no, and seniors name me dream say in football no. Globally, there were 7 traditional powerhouses of football. Brazil, Argentina, Italy, Spain, France, England, and Germany. A lot of times, we prefer to consider Uruguay.
Because of England, I can't. Welcome.
Yeah,
but
so traditionally,
whether you like
traditionally,
for Spain,
traditionally, yes, but traditionally they were regarded as
they were considered underachievers.
They were considered as perennial underachievers.
But don't forget,
but the emphasis is on powerhouse, not on
football.
Yes, generally as powerhouse of
who become football in England?
Exactly.
Context.
But traditionally, no. These powerhouses, because they've are the countries who winning World Cup. Only Uruguay can win. Only 8 in world football. Only 8 countries now for World Cup.
9.
1 in 9 for 1. 8.
8-1.
Brazil, Argentina, Italy, Spain, France, England, Germany, and Uruguay. No other country.
Okay. That's true.
Yes. Now you got typical traditional powerhouses in world football like Uruguay, Tunchen, now fast as 7. Now,
why Uruguay 20?
Yeah,
the Kasim.
Yes, because South America, they speak of the Brazilian league, they speak of the Argentine league strongly, and that is also reflected on the national level. South America, the 2 national teams are most dominant. I had the Brazilian national team and I had the Argentine national team, and Sanawako, Uruguay, and the others. But just to move on. Into taking any job from some of these traditional powerhouses, always very risky. Into managerial appointment process, and I are very, very detailed. And sometimes, Ekoye, sometimes Nkoye. Germany, I had the most successful European national team. Omafa World Cup 4 times. Omafa Euros 3 times. There's no European national team ever pedigrees in Germany. The next national team ever close is the Italian national team.
That's Luis.
Yes. And they have a pattern of managerial appointment. They are very meticulous. Germans are very, very detailed people. In the managerial appointment, they are very strongly scrutinized. And they hardly get it wrong. Normal fire managers just like that. Usually, if you are an underperforming manager, usually, best stepping back, resigning. Hansi Flick has been the first manager in how many years?
Since 1926.
Yes. He has been sacked.
Yes,
because the meticulous decision process at the manager is so detailed. Say, one can say, you're underperforming manager, you walk out because you have not met the standards. But we understand, say, Flick was trying to negotiate behind the scenes. Say, it's just a patch me go through, a phase I go through, a best saying patch. But they were looking at the nearness of the Euro. 2024 is just around the corner. And we cannot trust, say, time how you set things in order, no? And sana, be decided. You can't take that risk because, they say, senior kind, German football has been on the decline. 2 consecutive World Cups are 2014 World Cup, almost in free group stage. 2018, almost in free group stage. And then 2022, almost in free. 2 consecutive World Cups, not left the group stage. Disastrous for a nation of Germany's pedigree. Disastrous. Actions had to be taken. And I always applaud football administrators, and officials, and FAs, and associations. They take the decisions right on time. I always salute such administrations because you save the nation emotionally, you save the national football, and you make a statement. Say the next manager now, Banonim said there are standards to meet. There's anytime a manager be overstay, no, not decline aba. Say coach ni money mon kwenim. Let's say pameno. Now your man stay, now then decline aba. But diagnosing the German problem, him say seniors are kasa bebransa me, but just means so kakra me dey count say German football philosophy started a change after the 2014 World Cup. Omo departed from omo direct play, no, omo direct technical approach, you know. And even we're bringing a new crop of players into the national team. In a way, said they were trying to change the German football philosophy. Naturally, a lot of slow build up, a lot of very, 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 very creative midfield play, and almost direct play. German traditionally they will always have one bulky number 9 center forward, a lot of crossing, a lot of direct passing, a lot of running, and compact play. But this time now, I had a lot of stylish, a lot of midfielders, excessive creativity, slow pace, and they departed from that system now. They used to play with a typical bulky center forward to say, he will deliver, and the names are there. So
close wasn't a ball.
Exactly.
He was very good, very dominant in the air.
Yes.
And goes back.
Yes.
Klinsmann. It goes back.
Into that change in philosophy, you know, it has affected
Guardiola for that.
Exactly, and I'm
very
after 2014, that declines that because of Pep's coming to Germany and trying to influence
style of football, philosophy of football,
but not only through Bayern Munich. He was holding coaching sessions with the managers, German football managers.
Not one of the things that are very common in the Western world is if there's a dominant system, everybody wants to implement.
Exactly.
So for instance, now every team wants to build from the back.
Yes.
Everyone wants to use a goalkeeper to build from the back.
Exactly.
So when Pep goes into the system, he influenced not just the style of play, but the philosophy of play.
Absolutely. Pep was having a lot of coaching tutorials for managers in German football, and they felt that this is a manager who has won trophies.
And a bonus FO.
Yes, into then exactly. Into that then and the young try say we will adapt. Unfortunately, that shift, that trying to change the philosophy, now I hate German football because anytime Obia be tries to be changing the football direction for a period, no, suffer. It will take some time for it to settle. And that is the phase they are going through. And I think so, to be sincere, no, a bit of politics about German football mukakra. Power play. Yes. Power play abemu kakra. And sometimes some of these things, Germany, we know them say, when it comes to off the field issues, now usually off the field issue management, they're very, very solid. And to say England and now some of the other countries. But we share an example of Ozil case where abemu and that Ozil incident, you know, caused some issues kakra among national team players. Because they felt, say, you are, the government feeling, say, are you only interested in me wearing the German national team jersey and playing for the national team? What about social issues I am interested in? Not just say, they felt, say, the FA is being, and our German football administrators, selfish in a sense, say, they are interested in only delivering on the field, nothing else outside the field issues, you know. They were not interested in. Some of those things psychologically, you know, affect general national, and I think so. One point, I mean, I can see now man time and Quebec. The movement, the exodus of players out of the German league to other leagues in Europe. We have a lot of over the past few years. There has been a lot of exodus, movement of players into England, German players. Traditional Germans know they are very comfortable playing in Germany and not going out. But now, no, there's a lot of movement outside Germany, and each of those places, there are football philosophies introduced into these players it comes to kind of affect the chemistry and the dynamics in the national team.
Afei so miakasa madi nyina Kofi Ampimbolasi so ampa yi di bia mfa ampa Bolasi e wo ha no me say mo lawyers adamfo mienu me hu lawyers o me mischievous esesan Kofi mienu da oye number 1 ana ni Adamasaki number 2 wasemba ne mante we so mo social media rebeho rebeho as I said the team nko ye man it say why di just nko ye
team nko ati me team nko ati pa
say why di
football engage you
na Kofi
me local football
Kofi da your friend eh bad ye or to papa so say bad ye no one people say Ofi has to kada onya has player o na bad ye share as he say hey player no
yeah say those guys that Chelsea ko yi
I see the client Dr. Kwabite the client Dr. Kwabite you support the IFC no opposition Christian opposition
the nation's coach Marco Van Basten me hu 4 games
then abezo
who na then na we hu
na free 2019 where will be
answer question no
then who be
answer no mo chess o tu hu shi
no student ebisa so question so what would
me subject
Christian since 2019
no me tell you say team no starting say echo form no a check nti say won je recruiting dia recruiting is not a problem
but the subject to the subject Christian
I say o pass
team no subject
man ka say me ndini me see me hu shi two different
then abezo and I'm
a question man so then
me bisa one answer
the last one is how many coaches in Yafa
bebre
let's say we are changing because at the end Onozu can be a subject of the change.
Okay, Mutumbo. Say, look, we have 5 games to play before the AFCON. 5.
Aye.
And a chero bako. Boko yo sabu mi no.
I know they count.
A child didn't count. I see. Kofi, what should change? They not say here. Because results in the can get bad. 2 wins, 2 draws. But performances, you know, sometimes being spiritless, sometimes spineless. They know what's the son. They know what's here before we go to the AFCON.
I think I have a problem with question. Then I was so crazy.
Oh, say we all have.
Me fair player.
We all have a role to play.
Me fair player. Me collapse. Me selection. Me training sessions. Me selective players. Into crazy, no. They also here say. I think say in the last decade or so, coaches are fan. Oh, in terms of profile, no, obey second and first. Only Abraham Grant. I think it's debatable.
Yeah.
Oh, Grant now team manager crowd to Mourinho. Grant is bigger than.
The man said Grant.
Oh, bigger, much bigger.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Granted.
Obi na Mourinho shana say.
Granted. Into you on fee wa Chris because the academy here coaches are $25,000, $20,000 coaches.
You got 15,000.
But Chris in the profile no also. Now so profile also. I was say profile now reflecting how the team plays.
Sure.
But so far 4 games, you know, and you see. The level where you ball World Cup, it wasn't the best, but
you saw some improvement
in Portugal, in South Korea, and it was okay. If at least offer a team one drop a performance and will beat Car, Madagascar, okay, be show easy, any Angola. That level of ball now a ball World Cup. If we have maintained it, for me it has dropped.
Yeah,
it has really dropped. Osha opposition any more boy. And how tactical we were, even though and Ukraine is sufficient because they don't know.
Goal was a problem.
Yes, yeah. It's a group near area. And the Ukraine, but I stand and Ukraine are dropping you. And it's not reflecting in the profile. Also, no yet. Also, my team a boy near winning. That's all. The profile made then I also in family. You know, maybe to me, I'm a coaching course.
Yeah,
but me himself who coach ya, me himself they are here.
Wouldn't coach anyway.
That phrase no, I want to buy. I say me bibi ba me say I say me coach because who nim coach ya. Say born you nya start with TV no so a. One kasa na no even who prejudice describe. You start ya one say this is a coaching the team. But 4 games me say me new prof shame me. So over to my man, go and share me the way who in the 4 games. I'll be okay. That's on Jimmy. What can it? My family time. So what can it? What can it? I think say because collapse is on your money. The talent pool at this moment is the best in the last 4 years. CK. We not this talent pool. Because yes, me I'm commenting. I mean, you're in coffee trade. Ghanaians abroad name by Milo did not also have access to this talent pool. Sisiano talent pool is better than the last 4 years or 5. In fact, since after AFCON, yes, this is the best talent pool. So if you have the best talent pool, I will say Manikasa. And on also the games our bono. These are very low profile games. If you be to my argument said the players are not motivated enough to play low profile games. Until luckily for us, USA and Mexico. Until honor on JBB.
See that question?
Yeah, that's it. They say when you are now or confining your phrases, you know. So because I pet peeve I say dear ni and you know in charge. You call for P. You kasasa say until your bedding. FF1 and a coach ne. Then I was we have to be specific on the channel. And you know, they say, oh yes, I say,
I say, yeah, you widen scope in the baby.
Maybe I was why in charge. I want to mean I say FF1 also I say then a cat ne shooting and then you are being specific because on one can say coaching staff on account on their head cry. And so you have to confine it because this is in the public domain.
Of course.
And yeah, will be going to Chimaka. And once I work, and he hasn't retracted it, and it's still active. So once I work, be able to see about coaching. I'll say hold on responsible. That's what problem is selection
of players.
Yes, selection now, friend. Because players know even our from on the crowd, even who to start first 11 in the crowd. Okay, two problems. For certain positions, we will say. Some players be you're deficient, you're productive. Why do you keep doing it? And that you say from the World Cup, clear chance. Yeah, like you said, could do one or two. Since then, I continue in the emphasis in the World Cup pressure or me sure so integrity, Papa, because we say our language barriers near the end. New guys and some bar. I am a few. And players will be a very political player.
Passing the crime,
passing them back. Your players know me political players. Yeah, more personal. We integrity well. Yeah, more. This should be all part of the decision-making process. And say there are factors I militate against. Will be to say Inaki. We share your friend says Semenyo. Tell me I need to my impact room.
Angola
before in Switzerland before World Cup. In Switzerland, who will impact or buy it.
Second.
Yes.
Second go.
So there's an impact. They call World Cup when you clear chance be any Portugal saying, but subsequently, or buy every time. Same place are not Inaki one or buy impact beam. One of my channel. And you know, one side there, when necessary changes no. And now, sir, place now more political must be dealt with. Come on, yes, I am succeed you. But won't succeed until when I was able to take a decision. And you're coaching. Coaching in a cat, on me. Or no, I catch rain. Oh, I am in Texas, I can't hear you. Or no boy, I'm an SN, you know, boy, money. And you only know your whole home responsible for selection problems. I am one. So let me tell you, and you know, you're dealing with sad technicality now. New boy, all by your baby mafia, sir. I had the course with your team, sir. Even Obia or wire interplay. I'll build the player by passing or cut through. Yeah, found because you're the man who you knew back or GD. Near my hour, shall go. Bones on best at here, I'm a fiano, because a new boy. Well, fortunately for him, could you spend us him?
So from the same institution.
Yes, same. Right to dream, same. Nigerian, same. Fortunately for Monya or be at least or Godfather one. And yes, sir, I'm not mafia. And you need now cut here resource now here. No. And these are things that almost management committee. No. What are they managing? These are things that at least if you are Christian or a new to be a new about our political players. No. But it's there. What I mean, fans are also Onima.
World Cup.
He has been around. One the benefit of that to crash still like
Kotiano, yeah.
So I'm telling you. And now on Nakasa pair ne performances no. Results in the crowd the two chair. And for say you perform part but the position in a new bop
go
performance near wrong. And yeah inspiring. I'm a catcher.
Because he's not really responsible for the results. He's responsible for the performance.
Yes.
First half, not ICQ.
Oh.
We can next
So let me tell you.
also the stadium. Let's see
And you know, so far no on chair say
Yeah.
he's wet his salt.
Yeah.
In any case no. And comedian call brony so the anka usually no. Also to me sincere. But or you join a mafioso system now. Only say this channel. Only how much he gets paid a month. Do you know?
No. My boy, me nyai.
On a crown person be home. What this system no what this system not into why integrated into the system. The moment you have that, let's just say all the crookedness no so be count. Here player needs a friend because of part of the system no what diatum. Also send your phone at the buy. I buy it in buy. And I'm so I'm here quite permanent to say okay me found home bomb na me protect him. I don't know how want players be where from. Here players be where from not on merit. But because also pleasing the other coach na Ketokeku. Also pleasing. And to best certain coaches, I buy effective outcome. I'm not for a boo Baba man near Dinina. And yet because of Onangasan performance, you know. But then you say politicians, you know,
I captured that in my article. The boost and chairs of the various sports.
politicians and now Kumasino, even Kotoko form Tihom no other than opposing team banners or team yard yes one. And therefore often on the pitch Kotoko players often opposition team niya real. I idea Kumasi the nyende. And to play and supporters sabi omunim yansa omunim political game na airborne and I'm not to say or can be or no coaching decision and I the bar and omunim say anything or boss and anything so balance or extraordinary I want to be Bruno.
Okay, that's it.
So let me tell you, it's not justified in any way to the player himself, but other people have put the player in jeopardy.
And
this is what I
could be in somewhere you can find when the people close to Barraman and even Ket himself. Say Kofi, you can work out by last group game. The entire Gideon Mensah start. They will say plan fake injury, and Barraman start here. Yes, sir. They will say you are trying to underplay another bast to cover.
And you know, and this is when you matches in the Fikumashi because so long a player, it doesn't matter. Even Kudus here about Genesis. Also, I lead the normal about Genesis. That will be you know, over tear some of the country. And so I also saw
Kumasi Accra. But look, I think I agree with you know Echo on the issue of but COVID but by the way, look, I think where we have gotten to, we just have to tell the coach that one, he needs his first 11 trusted, strong, and you're very crucial. The left back, first choice, and you're
never Barraman.
Eso to me today.
Say Barraman.
No, eso to me today. For me.
Where Baba first game?
Where Baba first game under him. He's used Gideon Mensah, you know,
and
he's got to settle on it. It's very important. He's got to settle on his right back. Is it Tariq Lamptey? Is it Ali Dusedu? He's got to settle on that. I think his.
When was the last time Tariq Boma?
No, but I'm saying that he's part of Omar Amubo.
The last game,
so I'm saying that he's part of Omar Amubo too, and I'm saying he's got to settle on it. Well, as for his centre, I suspect. Amate Jiku. I suspect that. Usually, I've seen about 4-2-3-1. So the two that sits in front of the back four, I suspect the first choice Salis and Partey. Cool. Now it's about the four, and it's very important. Well, for me, it's about who your coach. No, who first 11er. Who dear Bukayo, for example. Me also ofri bench ba obeya there pa. He didn't start game na so. So he's got to make those decisions, tough decisions, you know, and get us his settled, strong 11er. Omoti the person on your see. Now, then you begin to now look at how do I build depth. So he has work to do, and I think for me, my thing is this: get your first settled 11. Meaning, say obviously his number one is settled on Atizigi. He doesn't look like Obesisa.
So we have to do better at that position.
But the point is for me.
No, I know that I disagree.
Oh, some position.
Yes, I disagree.
Oh, no team, a championship team. I win it with the kind of quality I want at goalkeeping. No team.
Yeah, sure.
Championship team.
He's the best goalkeeper in Switzerland. Switzerland too is a very good league.
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
Atizigi ni
Which
they have
Omo.
quality of championship teams now. Tambia, keeper is extraordinary.
Eko has seen more goalkeepers than us, so let's be careful.
Oh, they yes, I think
I'm just saying. But the point,
I don't think so. You need a keeper who is better than Ziggy to win the cup. I don't.
Well, I disagree.
No, Ziggy is the best goalkeeper in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Now, men are a producing keeper or do that.
Oh.
Yes, the Swiss league is not
the best in the Swiss league.
Now, Olele was on attack. Yeah, Bono.
But Olele was performance.
No. Don't mix the issues.
Hold on. Prof. Hold on. Etifotie, and should I? Etifotie, Prof, hold on. Etifotie, and you know, Casa Bako, so that will be our one mutiano, a betting some na cano.
League Ben and Omobo.
Very well. But
Which leagues were they playing? No, I also want to answer questions directly.
You can't force me to answer the question the way you want to.
Goalkeeper in the top 5 leagues. I've not seen some.
Olele was
Blackpool, not Bobby.
Ojenengo won't be.
But you see, it's about the performance when you put on the Black Star jersey. It's important. It's also important. It's not a different subject. It's also important.